Alright guys, so we're working on a 2006 Toyota Tundra. 05, it doesn't matter. This Parame's Tundra, doing the wheel bearing. The back bearing is totally gone. So what we've done here is just pull the drum off. The drum's sitting right there. And then on the back of this thing, there's 4 bolts. And then you pull the sensor out, which is right here. And then you undo the brake line. And there's a cable that runs to the other side, which is right here. Hooks up right there. Then after that, you just slide the whole thing out, which we'll show you here in a second. Okay, so here's the axle out, and you can see how these are set up. They're all stacked. Let me come around the side of the light. They're all stacked in with a spacer, a retaining ring, the ABS ring. Under that it has another ring, and I think it had a C-clamp or a what do you call it, retainer ring behind that. But we're gonna have to cut this off with the die grinder, cut the big cog off, and there's one underneath that we have to cut off, but you cannot cut into that axle. If you grew the axle up real bad, oil is gonna leak past and leak into your brakes. Okay, so here's the new set. So we have the O-ring, which goes on the outside of the axle right there. You probably can't see that. Right there. Then we have the dust seal, which goes on the inside of the axle right there. We have the retaining ring, which is right there. The other one's under the gear. Then we have a new gear, and then we have the actual bearing itself. And you gotta watch this bearing, as it has 2 different sides to it. I don't remember how it was. I think this side goes towards the lug nuts with a lip on it, but we'll see here in a little bit.
Freddy's just gonna crack off that choke on the edge.
Alright, so here we have everything that's been cut right here, and it's broken with a hammer and chisel. We're left with just the bearing, and right now we're going to use a tool right here to slide down over it, bolt on it, and then we're going to press it off. Alright, so here it is separated, and this tube just bolts on these 4 bolts right here, and then that sticks up through the hole, and you put a socket or something on top of the axle, and you hammer down on it, and that knocks the bearing out. So you can see right now, the race is still on there, and the whole bearing's in there. Or is that the race? No, it's just the part it goes onto. The race and bearing and everything is still stuck in the hub. And then we got a new one of these rubber pieces to go on wherever it went off to, and the pile of new parts there will replace that too. Okay, so we're back. We've cleaned the axle itself up, and we're going to slide the hub, which is right here with the new bearing installed. New bearings in, flip it around, the new seals on the other side, and we're going to install that on this guy. We're going to use the tool to slide down and drive it on there. Okay, so we have the tool installed. We don't have the nuts on. We're just going to set it down on there. That's going to drive that bearing down onto the hub. So I'm going to go ahead and hit on both sides. Alright, go and pull it off. Let's take a look. Slip the tool off. We're going to look. Hell, we're not near down. We're probably gonna have to use something bigger like an axe or a sledgehammer.
Sounds
down or
different.
not.
Yeah.
Might be. Looks like I had it down further, but maybe not. Watch that rubber deal there.
It doesn't sound like it's
more solid.
Yeah.
I guess all the way down.
All right, and pull that ring off of there. And that's the ring from the ball joint press kit. This is a spacer. Then we use that to drive all the deals down. So we got to put the one spacer right there in the box, the little ring pair. Yeah, that goes down next. I'll just drop it, it'll stop like right there.
No right or wrong way for that. It's the same way, right?
I don't think that made a difference. Oh yeah, there is a.
Yeah, there is. There's a little lip.
What was the deal here?
I think it was like that. Yeah, you're right.
It went up.
The old
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. So it had. Yeah. So the bevel goes up. Okay.
Okay. Another cog.
And well, we gotta drive this one down first. But it should go right down. Get the tool and just give it a couple taps.
It's something
Is that
smaller.
tight? Tight enough?
Is something smaller?
Yeah.
Kind of overrides that. It's gonna fuck up that lip probably.
I don't think so. Let me see.
How's it look?
Maybe it. Fucked it up yet.
Going down. And go down like 2 more inches. Keep going. It's going right down now.
Go.
Keep moving.
There it is. Okay.
Oh shit.
All right, snap rings on. Is it all the way in seated in?
I can't tell. I can't tell if it is over here or not. It's pretty close if it ain't.
Give a couple more taps just to make sure.
Yeah. Stick your, yeah. Over here. Try to spin it and see if it is. That side's in. This side, I think. I don't know. That's in.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
So the cog next, ABS cog, and the hollow side down.
Will that just go against that cog? Do we need this?
I would put it in there because I wouldn't want to bust that off on the edges if it's too big.
Go.
Yeah.
Is it going now?
Not yet.
It's going down. A little more. There it is. Once you hear the pitch change, you know you got it.
Yeah.
All right, the next lock and ring. Just like the first one, bevel up.
Good, Kevin. Oh shit.
A little scrape over here. I don't know what that was from.
here.
Is this top one and that bottom one identical?
Yep. Going. There it is. All right, slide that guy off. And then I think other than that, we're just down to putting our O-ring and our grease seal in. Got a problem?
Yeah. Well, it could have been because the old one was shot, but see, I made a mark over here,
Yeah.
and it's like over a quarter-inch away from that mark.
Oh, it's down further?
Yeah.
You think the other ones had it pushed up?
Well, remember the other one had a like quarter-inch of play in the axle? I don't
Yeah.
know. That's the mark I made, though.
Huh. Yeah, at least a good 1/8 of an inch, at least.
Oh shit, that's a quarter of an inch here.
That was hard to see it. That. Yeah. And as it was starting to come out, it was loose, so it had to be pushed out a little bit, or it wouldn't be able to be loose.
You sure them other rings we cut off are the same thickness? Hold them up to it. Hold it up to it.
Yeah. That or somebody's replaced it once already and didn't drive it all the way down. Does it spin okay?
That's the mark we made, right, Parrot? That mark right there?
Spins fun. No, that's a good one. I guess as long as the ABS cog lines up, it shouldn't matter. If it was that loose and the ABS is okay with being that loose, then it should be fine with that. Okay, so we're all back together. When you saw in the last clip, whenever we put the rings on, they were down a little further, but we don't know who's done what to it. Everything we did here today is down secure, so we don't know if somebody's replaced it and just not ran everything down right, or since the bearing was so bad it possibly pushed the stuff out. We really don't know, but it's back together. That's how you do the rear wheel bearing on the Toyota Tundra, Tacoma, Sequoia, and even the old smaller SR5 pickups. That's it. Thanks for watching.